we wish Jason and the team well. Let's quickly set up a race analysis because, as we mentioned, 225 laps in pit speed. Don't go faster than 45. We'll give you a ticket.
Yeah, don't go slower either, or we'll get behind.
60 to 70 laps is the pit window, and there you get the idea of how steep the corners are, just 14 degrees. As we get ready to go racing, let's talk about sleepers. Who do you like?
Well, I was going to pick Stenhouse, but he's going to the rear. You know what? I'm still going to pick him.
All right.
I think he's going to come up through there. He's got a good car, great team, and I think this guy's got what it takes.
I tell you what, guys, I got to pick Kelly Byers. He's driving that Kevin Harvick number 33 car. We know that car's won this year. It's a fast car. He's got a good opportunity to get something done today.
Well, two other cars went to the rear, Jeremy Clements and Tony Raines. They also had unapproved changes, so 3 total to the rear of the field as we come out of turn number 4. And as we come down to the front straightaway, Carl Edwards brings them to the starting line with Joey Logano on the outside of the front row. And the 6th race on the 2009 Nationwide Series Tour is about to go green. Highline seems to be working for Joey Logano down the backstretch. Carl gives him a little nudge upside, but here we go into 3.
Well, he's giving him a run for it, isn't he, Rusty?
Well, he's hanging in that outside groove. I started to say there's no rubber out there. This cat's got to be comfortable, very careful, because that second groove is treacherous right now.
That's all we heard about was how that bottom groove is so much better than that outside groove. But right here, Joey Logano working it great. Slips a little bit right there. Coming off turn 2, looks like Carl's going to get the lead.
Well, he sailed into turn 1, Marty, overdrove that corner, and let him just get Carl just got gone on that one.
Well, and I think if you remember back to Texas, these guys got together late in the race, cost Carl a bundle of points, thought Joey didn't give him enough room. Maybe that's why at the first corner we sort of saw him coming up a little bit.
Yeah,
saying, remember me?
They might be thinking about that. I'm pretty sure they're over that now, though.
Okay, now you see Kyle Busch is on the inside of Michael McDowell. He was on the outside there. Didn't seem to make that work, but he makes the pass right there pretty easily on the bottom.
So move Kyle from 4th up to 3rd, move McDowell back to 4th, and all of a sudden now we sort of see a single file starting to form. Boy, look at that 47. The front end seemed to be sticking up.
Definitely a difference there. I noticed that right off the bat. You see the 47 car carrying the nose on the straightaway. You know, it's down in the corners, but that carrying the nose on the straightaway can hurt you a little bit.
But you know, Andy, when he qualified, that thing was taped off in the front, and that nose was way low. That's how big a difference these cars, how that air affects them. You pull that tape off, that nose gets sky high.
Saw Mike Bliss in the number 1 right behind him. Stuck his nose in earlier in the lap, but now has fallen back into line. Right behind Bliss is Stephen Wallace in 6th, Kelly Byers in 7th. We're on board with Bliss. Let's go back and you take a look at the battle for 12th place, the 29. As
Brendan Gaughan gets up
got around really. Brendan got up a little bit high there.
Tell you what, Brendan Gaughan, he runs a high line everywhere he goes. I mean, if anybody's going to go to the top right off the bat, it's definitely going to be Brendan. That's just the way he drives.
Well, Light was able to pull away. You're on board with Brad Keselowski as he also got around in the 88.
Got a caution coming to lap 30 we talked about, so these guys are going to try to, you know, run as hard as they possibly can, find out what they need in their cars for that next pit stop.
Well, here come the Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, and that's a battle for 2nd now. Joey Logano has it, and Kyle Busch wants it.
And you see Kyle looking for some grip here, just searching around the racetrack. He's trying to find some clean air, too. If he lines up right behind Joey, he doesn't get the advantage of having that little extra downforce. So he's trying to find a place that maybe it'll work a little better. That didn't work through that corner. He lost some ground to Joey.
You know, Andy, he made a lot of comments earlier about the grinding of this racetrack, how it's really been upsetting his driving style. And, you know, it just made me wonder if he moved up that 2nd lane to try to find a little bit different lane that's maybe not ground so much, or else maybe ground more. That suits his liking.
And let's check in once again with Brendan Gaughan because he's got himself a bit of a loose race car. And take a look at Scott Wimmer there as Wimmer has picked up a total of 9 spots so far in that 40 car, and he's underneath the 62.
I'll tell you what, Brendan was just really excited about the way his car was handling in practice. So, I mean, we had some rain last night. The track's pretty green right now. I really think when it rubbers up, this whole thing's going to change and the car's going to handle way different.
Yeah, it is. It seems like we've just never had any consistent weather to try to get these cars dialed in. Don't know what to expect because we've had so many changes. And it's changing right now. It's getting warmer as we go. Brendan making that high line work for him.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how many guys are able to stick up there.
Yeah, Marty, you're exactly right. I mean, when I saw Kyle Busch up there and I saw Joey Logano on that first lap, I'm like, wow, I can't believe these guys have got this groove working. But remember one thing, like we talked earlier, this track is ground. It's got more grip in some spots, and guys are taking advantage of some of those areas.
I think that's one reason Kyle Busch has a little problem with that, because he can take his car so close to the edge on that ground part. He is all the way up against the edge of grip, so when he loses that, he loses that grip. Maybe quicker than some of the other guys.
That's a really good point. You know, we know that Kyle Busch is a guy who drives his car really loose. It's right on the edge all the time.
This is where the best racing on the track is going on. You're not missing anything up front. And want to check in on Ricky Stenhouse as he is near the back of this freight train. We'll zero in on him. He's in the 16th. He has already picked up 12 spots, guys. There he is. Remember, started in the back of the field. Young kid's doing good.
You just got to get to lap 30, get as many spots as possible. Don't ding up the fenders. Don't bang it up any. Just be methodical about bringing it to the front.
He's doing a good job right now, but one thing he'll find out right away, the farther he gets up, the tougher it gets.
He cleared Shelby Howard. Whoa, got a little contact there as the 09 has John West Townley and Ken Butler got together in the 23. No harm, no foul for either one, but a bit of a moment. Take a look at the battle for 6. That's David Reagan in the 6, Mike Bliss in the number 1. We've got some great action going on all around this track in the early go of this race on lap 11. Bliss clears him.
Mike Bliss and that team, he had a meeting or two this week about some changes they need to make this team better. So they have made some of those changes. You know, they got a new spotter on the roof. Steve Bartdoll's up there. You know, it looks like it's working pretty good for them, but they need to try to get their performance level just a little bit higher.
Take a look at the 33 of Kelly Byers and Michael McDowell. As Byers clears and gets around him.
Tell you, Byers just got to take advantage of this opportunity he's got with Kevin Harvick right now. We know that's a good car. Tell you, Kelly's flying out there. He's all the way up to 4th position right now. Making a lot of passing up off the corners, off of turn 2 and off of turn 4, we're noticing.
He's picked up 6 positions, started 10th, is now in 4th.
Now Bliss gets another spot right there. You see Michael McDowell struggling just a little bit with that car.
Let's go on board with Justin Allgaier. He's got David Reagan right in front of him and Stephen Wallace right behind him, and that is a battle for position. 7th, 8th, and 9th between the 3 of them. Let's go back and check in with our race leader, Carl Edwards. He's led every lap so far. He's got a 7/10 of a second lead over Joey Logano. Kyle Busch is close in pursuit in 3rd. Kelly Byers and Mike Bliss round out your top 5 after 13 laps here at Nashville.